everybody. Welcome to the Astrology Chat for January 8th, 2024. So there's some beautiful energies in the air, but I'm going to highlight some cautionary points for you. The keys for today are to be really honest about what you want, to allow yourself to grow, to allow yourself to heal, to allow yourself to express. There is an energy, there's a fire in the air today that says go for it, let yourself have it, let yourself feel. But I want to stress to you that you need to do things ethically and you need to do things all with authenticity and be very, very wary of engaging in any type of attainment or experience that requires you to disassociate, lie, or step outside of your authenticity. And I say this because we have the moon in Sagittarius today. The moon in Sagittarius is that house of desire. It's that house of what you're aiming for, that higher mind, the philosophy, the law. This is a house ruled by Jupiter. So there's a spirit of expansion, of wanting to connect your ideas and your reality so that you have systematic growth, so you do have what you want to have. Now, this Venus and the moon in conjunction is a beautiful aspect because it does allow you to have this growth. We do have Venus and the moon meeting in Sagittarius today, that everything can expand. There can be growth, there can be connection, there can be beauty. But you have to be very careful when the moon and Venus are in conjunction that you're dealing with or expressing energies that are healthy and authentic. It can also attract some things that are not necessarily good. So be mindful of what you're doing and what you're going for, what you're engaging with. Check if what your actions that you are taking line up with your longer wishes, your longer desires in the ethics, morals, and characters that you want to have for yourself. If not, make the adjustments accordingly. If you notice that and see that people are moving in a way that's inauthentic or unethical, get out the way because karma's coming. Just trust me on that one, especially since we have Mercury in a square to Neptune today. And so when Mercury squares Neptune, words can be beautiful, they can be eloquent, they can be enchanting, they can also be questionable. And this is where it's important that you stand in a space of being honest about what you want, about what you need, about what you're doing and where you're coming from and what you're willing to do or not do in your life. If you're not sure about what's being said, clarify, ask questions, get advice. Be wary of anybody who doesn't want you to ask follow-up questions today. Also, in general, the attorney in me needs to tell you, just in general, be like that. But especially today, start that practice of like, I didn't understand what you were saying. What did you mean by that? Or show that to me. Ask for proof. Ask for details. Ask for time to consider. We are still in the Mercury shadow phase until the 20th of January. So we're still, yes, Mercury is direct now, but we're still coming towards a point of moving forward again, right? So get the clarity you need. Figure out what's going on. This is Mercury. That's also still in Sagittarius. And so while there is that conjunction to Neptune, like making things beautiful and making things possible, Mercury and the moon are in effect affected by that square to Neptune. So don't hesitate to ask questions. Okay. There's also an in conjunction to Jupiter. So things can go overboard, right? There is a need to check for the details, right? Just look at the details before you hard commit. If you have already made a hard commitment, commit to having more clarity and having more communication, having more authenticity in your relationship. So if you're willing to step up and take the long road and be ethical and allow yourself to cultivate the enjoyment of what you have while you are pursuing more, then you're going to wind up in a good space today. If you don't, just don't do that, okay? Just don't do that because you don't want to be one of the people who maybe got a lot, but eventually have to count for how they got it. Somebody needs to hear that today. I don't know what is going to happen in the news today. I'm recording this before the 8th itself, so we'll all find out what that is going to look like tomorrow on the macro. But in the micro, you be honest, you be ethical, and allow yourself to explore. But just, it's better to take the long road than the shady road. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.